Hi friends, welcome to interview questions on Informatica PowerCenter and IICS. So we see now 10 to 15 questions today. The Can we store previous session logs? If yes, how? Yes, we can save the previous session logs by using the below option in Informatica PowerCenter. Open the workflow manager, select task in that session configuration and go to edit. Click on the properties tab. For save session log, we are having save session log by select save session runs. If you selected session runs in step 4, enter a numeric value for the save session. Here we can give 5, maximum of 5 value. In the real time we will give 5. So here we give the numeric value that give the in the real time 5 means latest 5 session logs will be stored. So for the save session log for these runs attribute as shown below. Okay. Second, used update strategy in mapping, but records only getting inserted, not updated. So here only records inserted means check the update strategy in the transformation and make sure that you have used DD update or not. So when we give the DD update in the update strategy, then only it will going to update the records. Actually, how you exactly fit into this project? Okay, as this project is Informatica development project, I do have 3+ years experience of very good knowledge into Informatica development. Due to this, I can fit into this project. Like that, you can tell depending on your experience, you can give your own views. Okay, as per my knowledge, I am giving here. Okay, right. Few complex queries, how you check it? So performance of the complex queries can be checked by using below methods. Looking at the execution plan. Next one is rewriting some parts using temporary tables. But in my project, we have a DBA, means database administrator, who will take care of the complex queries. Okay, first we have to know what we the procedure. Then we'll tell at the last that if the DBA will see and he will take care of the complex queries. What is HLD and low level LLD documents? Means HLD is nothing but high level document, LLD is nothing but low level document. We will discuss one by one here. HLD documents means high level documents in the project in the sense like scope of work. So in the high level document, scope of work document which contains the high level information about the project like ETL tool, database, tables, relationships which will be given by a business analytical team means our business analyst team. Here what we do, the business analyst team give the high level document, and in that high level document we are having scope of work, means we are having the project like ETL, so which ETL tool we are using and which database we are using and how many tables are there, how the relationships are there, that will be given by the business analyst team. If you're having 10 plus 7 plus experience, so you can prepare these HLD documents. Here, LLD documents is nothing but low level documents in the project. So, in the sense like mapping documents or requirement documents, which contains the information like source, target, and mapping logic. So, we will prepare it. So, as a Informatica developer, we should prepare LLD documents, means low level documents. In that, we have to specify how many sources are there, what is the target, how the mapping logic is there in the workflow. That kind of things we have to enclose in LLD, that is called low level document. If there is requirement to support over weekend where there is a critical due to timeliness, will you be able to support and manage? Like that, they will ask the question. We have to tell yes, I am happy to work or support over weekends if there are any critical issues in the project. ETL process to downstream means what? So, which is very important. So, by using the Informatica Power Center, we can easily load the data to downstream by using below steps. So, import the source and target using Informatica Power Center Designer, create a mapping, and do the mapping using different transformations as per the requirement. Create a session, configure the session, create a workflow, and run the workflow by using Informatica Workflow Manager. Check the statistics like source and target success rows using Informatica Workflow Monitor. So after completion of everything, that mapping and workflow task, so we have to store the data in the target. So we have to do that all the UAT testing and production. After the production, that will be going to the downstream. Means the down in the downstream process we are having. Like reports and websites like that we are having. So in the for the reports we are using Power BI, Tableau, that are the downstream. Okay, these are all our ETL processes. What is project source name? It depends on your project. Usually client name will be the project name. So this is a question: is what is your the project source name? It depends on your project. Usually, client name will be the project name. Example: Wesco data warehouse, ICICI data warehouse, AMFAM data warehouse. These are the data warehouses that are the client names. So the source name we have to give the client name will be the our project name. We have to keep in mind our client name is the our project name. 32. Next question. How to pass values between session in workflow? Here we create a workflow variable. So here the variables and parameters we have to create with the double dollar symbol. Like workflow we have to give WF underscore variable. On successful completion of mapping session 1, assign this workflow variable equal to variable 1 in the post session workflow assignment. In mapping to session 2, use pre-session workflow assignment and assign variable to is variable 2. For variable 2 we have to give workflow variable. Like that we will give and we will pass the values between session in a workflow. Find the first, second, third highest salary without using rank function. So by using Informatica, we do sorted transformation first in the descending order, and we have to put row IDs less than 4. Then we get the first 1, 2, 3 orders. So the query is like this: select star from employee one where n equal to select count distinct E to salary from employee to where E to salary is greater than or equal to even salary. Is it necessary to enable sorter input option in joiner? So in Informatica Power Center expects the joiner to have sorted input. If the master detail inputs are from the same source, means the master one and detail one is in as from the same source, since the sorted input is selected. Ensure that there are sorted transformations added for each joiner input. What is incremental aggregation? Using incremental aggregation, you can apply changes captured from the source to aggregate calculations such as sum, minimum, maximum, average, etc. Suppose we are having uh, uh, in the ICICI bank, we take the example. So daily, uh, account holders deposit the money, and daily they will withdraw the money. So here, if we see how much money is today added, and with that money, how much sum is calculated, like that they do daily na. So that kind of things is called as incremental aggregation. Okay, if for that we have to generate minimum, maximum per day, average 30 days we take, like that we will do incremental aggregation. Okay, if the source changes incrementally, and you can capture changes here, you can configure the session to process those changes. This allows us integration service to update the target incrementally rather than forcing it to process the entire source and recalculate the same data each time you run the session. Okay, rather than all the data at once, the data is loaded day by day, daily or hourly. So that data is calculated and incremented. Whatever the new data is came with that, they will calculate rather than calculating all the data. This is called as incremental aggregation. What is trigger? Trigger in oracular blocks of PLSQL code, which Oracle can execute automatically based on some action or event to be performed in response to an insert, update, or delete operation against a table triggers are created using PLSQL create trigger statement. By using the triggers, we can do insert, update, delete. So it is an action or event, okay, of insert, update, delete is called as trigger. How to optimize mapping? Generally, we will identify source bottlenecks. We are having source and a target. In between, we are having transformation. Our ETL is like this: source and target. Transfer. This is called as mapping. We are having. We may have for source bottleneck, or we may have target bottlenecks, and transformation bottlenecks also we are having. Based on this, we will optimize source side, a target side, a transformation side. So we can do here some algorithms we do that can be discussed later. Source side and target side, we're having where partitions we can do. So okay, this can be optimized through some performance tuning will do to overcome this problem in the transformation side. Okay, types of data you are getting for your project. So usually we will get business transactional data in the form of source, in the form source, flat files, source tables, so COBOL tables, or online. So in the IICS, we get online streaming data. So like that, we are getting the data for our project. Based on our project, the data will be coming. How many ways we can override the query, which is very important. So in Informatica PowerCenter, we can override the queries as mentioned below by using SQL query option in source qualifier transformation. In the source qualifier transformation, we are having SQL query. We can give the SQL query. Depending on that SQL query, we can retrieve the data from source to or transformations and transformation to target by using lookup SQL override. So this lookup SQL override data can be, we can get the data from source or target. Okay, there we can give the override query. So by using pre-SQL and post-SQL source data in target side. In the target side, we give pre-SQL and post-SQL. Okay, by using SQL transformation also we can give the SQL override query. Normally, the data is coming with all records. By using the SQL override query, we can restrict some records depending on our condition. That is called as SQL override query. How will do error handling? So there are many ways to do error handling in Informatica, but in our project we have followed the below steps as a part of error handling. So make stop on errors equal to 1. Put as 1 means any one error is occur, it will stop. To avoid the in session properties, to avoid the workflow success when any rejected records. Use the options fail parent if the task fails, and also fail the parent if this task does not run, to avoid workflow success when any session failures. Use the property recovery strategy as restart task. So by using these kind of things, we can handle the errors. So sometimes we cannot give, if we are not giving these properties, it will succeeded, but the records from source to target will not store. So if you are giving this, we know where the session is fails and in the session log. Thank you. Please subscribe and like. Okay, for more videos, please subscribe and like. Thank you.